Dating and starting new relationships in today's world is often frustrating and confusing. When you add in relationship mind games, dating can seem impossible. But if they're so bad, why do people play them anyway? In this video, I'm going to explain the most common reasons people play relationship mind games. And caution, mind games are not all created equally. They aren't always about control and manipulation. So don't go anywhere. Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Antonio Barallo, and I'm a psychologist and relationship coach. This channel is all about building great relationships so you can grow happy with the people you love. So, if you're interested in making your love life the best part of your life, start now by clicking on the subscribe button and then click on that bell notification so you aren't missing anything. Okay, so on to mind games. When I refer to mind games, I'm talking about calculated behaviors that people use to manipulate, to intimidate, to influence or undermine their partner's behaviors. Mind games are often rewarding to one party, but they're harmful to the other, and they create exhausting and messy dynamics in every kind of relationship. And sometimes we get so deeply ingrained in this cat and mouse game that we aren't even aware of what is happening. So why do people engage in these types of games anyway? Well, they're obviously getting something out of it, including gaining security or gaining control or gaining self-esteem or self-justification. Most of the time, mind games are used by controlling or abusive people who aim to break down and control their partner. But other times, mind games aren't initiated with such malicious intent. Sometimes they're used by insecure partners who test your feelings or test your reactions because they want to feel better about the relationship. Again, these are manipulative behaviors, but the perpetrators might not even realize that they're engaging in psychological manipulation. For example, imagine someone you are dating encouraging you to do one thing and then getting angry when you take them up on that offer. Like, they suggest you go hang out with your friends on the weekend, and when you do, they become upset because you chose to hang out with your friends instead of them. So why did they suggest you go in the first place? Because they wanted you to demonstrate that you'd rather be with them. So here, the mind game was motivated by insecurity. Here's another example. If someone is upset and they're not talking and they're quiet, they might not directly tell you or explain why, but instead they're hoping that you'll be sensitive enough to figure it out yourself. Or they're hoping that you're a mind reader. It's the same thing. So while covertly manipulating your partner is never okay, the motivation and intention behind the manipulation isn't the same malicious intent of someone who engages in mind games because they want to completely control you. So it's important to recognize the reasons behind the mind games. One is completely intentional behavior seeking to control, and the other is motivated by insecurity and a desire to feel better about some aspect of the relationship. But regardless of motivation, most mind games are happening for one or more of the following reasons. Reason number one, to manipulate. Some people use mind games to selfishly manipulate others so they get what they want and to meet their own unmet needs. This may include sex, always having someone by your side, having someone to adore them, a need to control someone, or hoping another person will heal their deepest hurts, or boosting their self-image because they have someone to show off to others, or having someone to listen to them. Either way, what should you do if you're being manipulated like this? Well, call their bluff. It's very important for the person who's playing mind games with you to know that you know the game is being played. You may want to confront them directly and ask what exactly their motives are. What are their motives in this relationship? This will do one of two things. It will either challenge them to stop the games with you and move on to someone else, or they'll quit not only messing with your head, but also with your heart. You don't need to waste time with mind players. Reason number two, they do it because it's a game that they like. They like the challenge. Some people just want to see if they can get you. To them, it's more like a game or a challenge. It makes them feel better about themselves. Obviously, all of this comes from a low self-esteem and an unawareness of how they hurt others. But still, others are in a frantic state of mind, wanting that thrill of knowing that at least one person cares about them. It's like a high to them, but they soon get bored once they think the person they have been pursuing actually likes them. Then they're on to the next conquest. The hunt is on for the next rush. In this situation, what should you do? Well, you can either confront them and move on or simply move on. You have a choice in this. You can choose to confront this person and ask him what he's really feeling, but be prepared that he might become angry and defensive because no one likes to be found out. Remember, he may not fully understand why he's doing what he's doing either. Or you can take his indifference as a clue that he's not truly interested in you and just move on. You don't have to be a victim of another person's lack of consideration for others. And finally, reason number 3, they want to feel better about some aspect of the relationship. They want to know how much you care. Sometimes people play with your head in an attempt to find out how you feel about them. And that's because it takes so much courage to be vulnerable enough to share our deepest needs of wanting to love and be loved. What if you tell someone you really care for them and you are rejected in some way? So they are engaging in mind games because they want to find out without making themselves so vulnerable. In this case, having a heart-to-heart with your partner may help him to fully understand the behavior and why it's happening. Look, seeing any of these things once doesn't mean that you need to run for the hills. But remember, mind games are dangerous because they can lead to unhealthy or toxic relationships on the mild end and emotional abuse or control on the extreme end. If you start a relationship that's toxic, the relationship will always be toxic. It sets a poor precedent for being together and can only lead to worse situations. If playing a mind game works and you enter into a relationship, both you and your partner will think acting this way is normal and it works. And the farther into a toxic relationship like this, the more miserable both of you will be. You'll play mind games to get your way or push your partner to prove their love and other unhealthy practices. Not only will you have to break away from this, but it will also make getting into a new and healthy relationship even more difficult. As I've said before, game playing and manipulative behavior is a huge red flag. New relationships should be easy and passionate and exciting, not anxiety-provoking and frustrating. If it starts out difficult, what makes you think it's going to be easier or better later? The beginning should be the best, the honeymoon phase. Don't settle for anything less. Remember, if you're busy waiting and wondering and worrying about this relationship, you just might miss the opportunity to meet the right one. I'd love to hear your examples of mind games that you've experienced and how you've handled them. So leave a comment and let's start a discussion. If you found this video helpful, hit that thumbs up button and let me know you'd like to see more videos like this one. And if you're interested in building great relationships and growing happy with the people you love, hit subscribe now to be sure you're not missing any of our future videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.